You see the people are we say God Jerusalem. Allah that's that. But we know it's not yet. See the state on yet. You never get those long. He's a big state on. I see in the Christian, it's like a that's like a wise man for the Christian all the time. He said in the Christian we respect us. Like that our children, but it's a guy and being like this. He's a shaitan. Allah gave it a story. It is going to be worse off than they give you. Yeah. Amen. Amen. It is the people of Hamas that are starting that stood against the United States of America picture. The army of Israel. And the reason why they predicted to Allah, they are young girls and young boys. While the box of food, they've been around 3 years ago. They decided because of this idea and people preserve. So look at the understanding of the people of Gaza. The interpretation is if Allah says that Allah will preserve the protect us with the Quran, then Allah will preserve us. In the summer season, the children, the young girls, they give a right to Quran. Gathering of the Quran. Promise that the time coming to the masjid, where read from in one second, right through the whole Quran. More than 1,000 of it, if you go to these are people that إنما مع العسر يسرا إنما مع العسر يسرا. After the and the victory will come. Allah promised in the Quran that the victory will come. Continue to make the hard work for the President. Continue to work hard. We're not next time we put the long term. But they're going to complicate. We're not sure that the victory will come. And we must just continue. So that the day when Allah is going to ask us, what did you do for us? You look at the fact that he decided to burn them. What did you do? He said, yeah, I passed him, I stood up in the middle of the night. I just want to do what's happening. The prison or the prisoners in the Israeli they abused him, they are raping, and they first raped for the six. I said, but I don't want to speak more about me. I'm so you should not like that because how do you do not like that? They feel down on things and then they bring the dogs to rape these people back. So not be silent. Come to work. I mean, I'm looking at now. I'm not and it's what they are coming. In fact, the concept in Palestine is not what is back to Islam. The inside is empty. They put cotton wool inside. They yeah, I think we talk about senior brothers and sisters. Well, inshallah, so we're going to be hosting Salah, and then we're going to ask Mulana Salman, and we're going to make a little law also. The legal law, every big meeting, the people of the Masjid, people of the brothers, you're going to go back to the brother, what, take the back. Yeah. Yeah, we make it an awesome Friday. And it took inshallah, and last time we said, and they said, make a lot inshallah, the lights are open. Depending on the same Molana, of Sunnah, the Imam of the also come. So,
Takbir! Allahu Akbar! Takbir! Allahu Akbar! Takbir! Allahu Akbar!
who's Magayo? It isn't supplier. Okay, Molana, but All words of welcome, and may Allah grant all the favors and welcome. Pray for all the faithful to take this community further. I'm gonna ask the who's Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This morning, Mashallah, Sheikh Ibrahim, Sheikh Ibrahim, divided is about one of the is a very deep recording of ours. Like always an executive council member, executive member of the Jamiat Ulama, the Taj, this Ulama, with the food of the Ulama, and online the Imam Senga, Masjidul, the past 7 years, mashallah. Well, that's also one of the heroes, the accommodation close to 400. And more than that, Maulana secretary of the Masjidul Ulama Council certificates and a senior and focused example. Over the moment last year, it was there with Maulana with a quite a bit. Then Maulana is the secretary in a very key position of the Germany, giving us on those of gardening. And so all the now that he's coming to this the major code that he wanted to give. Then from here he's going on the way that the arrangement of my hotel. The single Masjid is there. MashaAllah. So Maulana is one of the Sahih and he will see to leave that. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. The sun came down on their first trip. The first impression is the beautiful roads, the lovely people, the cake hostesses, and the table mountain. For me, the first impression, which is the greatest impression, was walking into this masjid and looking at this beautiful scene, pious souls having participated in the Siyam at the masjid. Really, it is something which will be in my memory forever. It is something which I commend Ibrahim Abdul Khalid, the entire leadership of the AL-QUDS Foundation for having seen this program for so many years. May Allah bless this effort with acceptance and grant continuity to this work. And through this, may Allah the blessings of this for the liberation of Al-Aqsa. Much can be said about Al-Aqsa. My dear brothers and sisters, we know as informed us that this is our first Qibla. It is our duty to be concerned about our first Qibla. It is the Maskan and the Maskan. Al-Aqsa had seen the birth of Nabi Salam. Al-Aqsa had seen the dawah of Nabi Salam. Had seen the death and the martyrdom of Nabi Salam. Al-Aqsa is the burial place of Nabi Salam. Al-Aqsa is also the burial place of thousands of Sahaba radiallahu anhu. So this is a special place to us. Visiting Al-Aqsa is precedented in our Sirah. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam visited Masjidul Aqsa on the great journey of Mi'raj. Before visiting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, his first stop was Al-Aqsa. My dear, this occasion, Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam said that I had the opportunity of placing my foot on the footpath of the Nabi alayhi salam. Our beloved Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in setting foot on Al-Aqsa. And for all of us, that this should be our intention, that inshallah we will all visit Al-Aqsa in Siyam. We're currently just to come into the spotlight of Gaza. And we all know that this area of Gaza is a very special and important place to us because it falls as part of the great Palestine. We know that Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam for the area of Sham, and this area of Sham incorporates Palestine and within is Gaza. So this area has the dua of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. Gaza also has great spiritual importance to us. It is the birthplace of Imam Shafi'i. Gaza is also the place where the great grandfather of Rasulullah. There is also a masjid erected in his name. Gaza borders what is known as Ashkelon. The Arabic term or the Arabic word for the great name is Al-Aqsa, the place of birth of Hafiz ibn Hajar al-Asqalani. So this place holds great historical and spiritual value for us. What is Gaza in the news right now? We all know the history for 16 to 18 years. People call Gaza an open air. But I say that the term is also incorrect because the prisoner knows when the food will arrive. The prisoner knows when the electricity and the lights will be switched off. People in Gaza and the nutrition program, their food was controlled, their business supplies were controlled. So for 16 to 18 years, they lived in a concentration camp. Then, in this time, thousands of children were sometimes seated at the table, eating supper with their families, and the children are to live with them. For years, the parents have seen those become bonded in those prisons, and we can well imagine the pain, the anguish, the depression, and the sorrow in the hearts of those mothers and fathers. It was against this backdrop of this pain and suffering that October the 7th, 2020 happened. It was with all of this pain that drove the people of Palestine to do what October the 7th, 2020. Whether behind it or correct or not, we know that there is an aspect of our deen which the people of Gaza and the liberation movement, the resistance movement brought, and this is the Islamic jihad, the Islamic jihad, to show the, that this is not a sleeping ummah, to show that we will have to protect what is ours, to show the world that we also have a force behind us. Our force is not restricted to numbers. Our force is not restricted to armor and weaponry. Our force is with the a'mal. Our force is with the Quran. Our force is with our salah. Our force is with our siyam. And that is why they had the courage to do what they did. It was not that they didn't know about the, it was not that they didn't know about the casualties, but the spiritual preparations, the hearts were ready to accept what was going to happen thereafter. 2 years later, where we are, then we have to accept the fact that what was done under a legitimate force by a minority group who was oppressed and suppressed. And it was not something, these words and terminology, they are apologetic about it. The word jihad is a legitimate word to use against a force that has oppressed us as a minority. So it called for resistance. It called for a transformation of our mindset that we must support such a movement. Where we are today, remember that what has happened is not وَلَا سَبَنَّ Allah knows of every step that they have taken. There's a great day that is coming. Now, what is coming is a label of a ceasefire that is a temporary pause. It is a pause of all of the attacks on both sides. When you look at the peace given, but remember that as much casualties amongst the Muslims, there were equally casualties amongst the enemy as well. So we are running away from the battlefield. In the Mawdal Madinah, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will show us the day when you meet death. Allah will show you that on that day that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will home and warn them of a very, very great day. Sarabiluhum min fatiran wa taqtiluhum min their clothes will be ignited as soon as their bodies and as soon as they meet the fire. So this is what is in stock there. My friends, the victory is imminent. Victory is here. The Istiqaama has to be from within. Then we have to make life-changing decisions. Important spiritual decisions in our lives. Quick decision. When there is a fire in the home of the neighbor, not wait for the fire to arrive. I will connect the hose in my home so that I'm able to assist in putting out the fire of the neighbor. Don't for once think that my one soul is not making a difference to the people of Palestine. Every letter of Quran you recite, every day you fast, is recognized by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And finally, to give us hope as the Ummah, when you look at the aftermath and the destruction, the casualties and the shuhada never responded. Because at this point, we echo the words when we say to the enemy, "قَدْ كَانَ فِي الْجَنَّةِ وَقَدْ لَاكُمْ فِي النَّارِ." Those from our side, they are enjoying the gardens of Jannah. And those that distracted to Jannah. We are subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is all. We are but here, when we talk about this, we are hurt. Let it not hold us back. Let us feel that it is going to prevent us from. The more we talk about it, the more we think and awareness about it. If today we are prevented from visiting Al-Aqsa, then most definitely Allah will give us the day when we will reach Salah al-Fatih Al-Aqsa.
Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar.
Please, the sugar to one of some much. So good. It's wonderful to see a young man that was a man who started from the way the official of Mr. Afsar and book of Allah preserved Mr. Man in 1 year. He would see Mr. Man in Jeddah. He was one of the supporters of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I don't know how to make this able to be with us. And inshallah, we hope to visit that was a bit of talk, inshallah. Without the day, Lord of the Planet, President of the United World Bank of the Computer, President of the World. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Just to, I actually should have mentioned also that 2 months ago we had ulama and the ulama meeting, ulama gathering was Natal, and Maulana facilitated our journey to Maulana facilitated our traveling as well as our accommodation to care of us, arrange the masjid for Imam. I would like to say Maulana before Maulana leave, the Al-QUDS Foundation is ready to stay there with the other inshallah.
Amin.
Say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take us because last year we were in KwaZulu and our MP of the agency, the Honorable Member of Parliament, Branch Black, we loved it very much. He hosted chair at the Overport at the Masjid, where the Imam was Sheikh Ibrahim and Sheikh Dilawat between Maghrib talk at the Masjid. They happened twice. And mashallah, the opportunity that the program may take us places and places. Sheikh was saying, I mean, it's not a common practice for me. I stay close to you, subhanallah, I apologize for that, but the reality is, the barakah of this particular program, it takes us places. It opens up avenues. And when you mention rights, I speak about Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Subhana alladhi asra bi'amalihi laylan min al-masjid al-haram ila al-masjid al-aqsa alladhi barakna hawlahu. The only people Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that his beloved servant, his beloved Abd, from Masjidul Haram to the Masjid al-Aqsa. You know that is the Isra wa Mi'raj. There's a bucket that is parking on
Correct.
So the the Sheikh Rani Salah, when he speaks about God, he makes references to anyone who's connected to this particular cause, except for the liberation of Al-Masjidul Mubarak, he will experience barakah, irrespective of the distance that he may be from Masjidul Mubarak. And this is what we see. They're trying to honor the Istiqaama already, even in the age. They've traveled all of the Western age. The brothers have traveled what the Rasulullah, Kimberley, and subhanAllah, if the call is made today by Sheikh Ibrahim, the post that Sultanate, that is Imam Rabin Sultanate, people are being guided by Allah, yelled by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this particular course. Then because it is the cause of right and justice, the cause of Masjidul Aqsa, it's no ordinary cause. It's no to be trained. The call was Al-Masjidul Aqsa Mubarak's liberation. And for the Abdul Qaddas that Mullah was talking about, the prophets of Arabia, the prophets of India, and Algeria, and all of them. This is a very important cause. And so whoever gets involved in this particular cause, it's a matter that we must extremely be grateful to Allah. You know, Allah, you have given me tawfiq. You have given me guidance. And so our demand here this evening, Maulana, the brothers who have prepared, put something on the table, gave some water, you sitting back here in the program, remaining in the masjid, we must translate this to Allah. Allah that you before that has to be part of this particular program. And if we make the intention that oh Allah, I want to fight for this liberation. I want to stand for I want to stand to see the liberation of the Masjidul Those intentions. Our life must now be turned into a position of niyyah. My niyyah is I want to join the liberation of Masjidul Mubarak. My niyyah is that I want to join those who are standing for the liberation. My niyyah is to defend those who are defending the Masjidul Mubarak. My niyyah is to defend the people of Gaza. We're having a deceptive time. A deceptive time where can we imagine murder takes place? The murder is known. The shaitan that provides the arms to murder, he is known. And they say it blatantly and openly. I'm the supplier of the weapons, and he requires he needs all of the weapons. And now that there are 20,000 children, 20,000 women and more, who have become martyrs after this peace so these, if they were targeting Hamas, 2 years passed. Hamas, they are in charge and control of Gaza. It is an intention of genocide. It's an intention to kill the generation of the Palestinian people, to murder them. That is intentional. And so, in front of the world, and international law is failed. There's no international law. This particular president can stand and make this particular statement of not only deception, but the arrogance of their own. The arrogance of their own to be saying what he wants to say. And I can say what I want to say and nobody can do anything to me. And the ICC has a warrant of arrest out for this Shaitan. Shaitan Yang. Shaitan. Shaitan now. His name is not even worth it to mention. And the ICC has a warrant of arrest out. The ICJ say there's a plausible case of genocide in Gaza. And despite all of that, these people can stand there and can be able to claim certain things and nothing happens to them. And so it calls for us not to be quiet. We cannot be silent. We cannot be silent. Our silence is complicity. Say something, do something. And now, Jamaat al-Muslimin, this is a very, very important point that I wish to make. Today, on the social, in the messages that we get, WhatsApp messages, a number of messages coming through of how people are blaming the ANC for taking the Zionist government to the ICJ. Because there's economic sanctions, the financial crisis in our country. Because of that, South Africa was snubbed not to have been invited to this particular so-called peace summit that took place in Egypt. We cannot be silent. This DA, the DA, they have not issued one statement of condemnation. You know what Helen Zimmer said a few weeks ago? Genocide is a big word. A big word. But there's no condemnation. The United Nations investigation, Amnesty International, other international institutions, they have highlighted this to be a genocide. There are 4 to 5 genocides that they recorded. And here, people are putting up their principle with the limit. It is a very, very critical moment in our country. And then the Zionists brought in here. Today, Sheikh Riyad was saying we need to investigate that particular matter. Because the Zionists are coming into our country. They are purchasing properties. They're investing in our country. They're investing in rural areas, traditional places. It's very serious. Today, they may be able to speak like this. In 5 years' time, if you're important, they're going to place restrictions in order to say anything about Hamas. That's the reason why civil society, we want to stand up. We have to make there's legitimacy, is what one of us saying, in what we are saying. We are not promoting terrorism. We are not promoting extremism. If somebody wants to tell that you Hamas is a terrorist organization, you speak in favor of Hamas, you support the terrorist organization. You speak about Hamas, you're speaking about those who were enacted the 2nd of October, keeping it to place. This lie upon lie, in the White House lie, babies have to burn. There's never been even proven that babies have been beheaded. There's never been. There's no babies. But now immediately you stand and say, Ya Subhanallah. This is really what happened. You compare. There's an exchange. Now just listen to this terminology. When the references are made to the in Hamas hands, they are regarded as hostages. When it refers to the Palestinians that is kept in these dungeons, it is referred to as what? Prisoners. You see how these and today I read one of the came out and he made a statement. The manner of how he was treated by Hamas after 2 years, they come out. See how the bodies are coming back from from the Zionist dungeons. See how the prisoners listen to how where they know. Sheikh Ibrahim was told referring earlier to the situation of how they treated the prisoners. Terrorists here. What is actual terrorism? If we come to our Thursday night, both of Siam, all of Siam brothers, and we have to get few people with us, our sons, our daughters, our little people, because this is a very serious matter. If we are not going to respond to this, then what further? And therefore, the one Muslim of Siyam at the Tahrir program is a deep spiritual Ruhani program. Fasting every moment is a Ruhani program. Every moment that a person is young, person is fasting, you are close to him. A person that is in the state of Siyam, he carries on the quality of taqwa. When a person is in the state of Siyam, he knows that I have to refrain from drinking. But likewise, he also knows that I have to stay away from haram. But likewise, Siyam must now translate to us into action and motion. Because Allah Ta'ala stand for justice, stand with the fairness, stand with the greatness. And when we do that, we throw Allah's yam through the meat of our Siyam, through the meat of our dua, through the meat of waking up for Tahajjud Salah, for the meat of breaking our dua. May Allah Ta'ala bless our gathering, grant me what God put the Sitiyah. Maar die eerste keer na wie ons moet praat, dan moet ek staan. Ek wil nie laat mee. Maar die punt is nie dat this is the real thing. May Allah grant us to fit with that. This takes place more. The people on the Thursday night, he says, because of the state, because the state punishment, but also community just that Dodraan was a good father. They can do a second mouth. And like father, it played to the rain. First, the school to the rain. But the Dodraan, it was it. There's unfitted. That is the biggest issue, and the biggest issue to the positive command to us, Mahan. This speaker as a mistake phones, Mahala phones, Mahan played in Barkin.
Bintang nanti kaya semua. Bintang nanti kaya free.
But I thought once again, there is the Barakah. Why you got on it? Political videos on fast, next week maybe, and the week after that, get one of the month. وحال ربك رب العزة عما يصفون
Still hear me?